How de facto, pterodactyl when I'm micro and macro my mind. Why would I try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high? And I'm that guy with the flashlight, looking back at the track with the black light. How about this? How about that? Pay attention to wax. You're free to see what that's like. And that's why we need to take things slow.
Alright guys, Ian, Maria, and Stu, we're back with part 2 of the MPO Final 9 2015 Worlds. Paul Macbeth, 12-stroke lead. Rick's got 3 over Will, and Will has 3 over Steve. We're on hole 5, 503-foot par 4. Pretty good dogleg left, and there is a little bit of OB behind the basket if you go too long. You see the basket down there just to the right of the building. And this is looking back towards the corner of the building from the basket.
Also, a little bit of OB to the right if you happen to turn your drive over.
This is true, Maria. Thank you. Brinster, that's a ridiculously huge hyzer.
That was a crush.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to come down. I thought it was orbital.
Wow. That's one of the longest drives I've seen on that hole.
Yeah, that's an incredible drive.
Yeah. For not having a rep for huge power, Brinster crushes. And Paul Macbeth also throws pretty far. Yeah, get some serious hang time with that Star Destroyer. Comes up shorter than Steve, though.
He lands in like the one muddy area on the course.
Yeah, totally. And Will Schustrick, also no slouch in the power department. Also throwing a hyzer over the building.
All these guys are just cutting the corner of that building.
Yeah, super cheater sauce. Yeah. God, look at that throw. Booming it. That should be a really easy birdie, if not a...
That's an easy... He's got an eagle run.
He does, yeah. And Ricky Wysocki. That head turn does work still.
The head torque?
Yeah.
It's like a big coil. Like a Rick coil. It's like...
The crazy thing is, like, this disc was in the air so long. The guys had time to pick up their bags and start walking towards it before the crowd responded to how his shot went.
That's awesome. Rick looks like he's just going to lay up for a birdie, which is smart from where he was, and that's
a great shot.
Really well laid up, yeah.
He used that harp all week to like a huge advantage.
Yeah. Ooh, Paul. That path is inbounds, though, correct?
Path is inbounds.
Yeah, so that should be a pretty easy birdie for Paul. And Steve, also laying up for a birdie, giving maybe a half go.
Yeah.
Smart throw. And Will.
The Will hop.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't give that more of a run.
It looked like he kind of did. It kind of like just got away from him a little bit. Will's cutbacker for a birdie. Nice putt, sir. And Paul for his birdie. That's like the shortest putt I think I've saw he missed all week. Actually, that is definitely the shortest putt he missed all week.
I think McBeast mode is definitely off at this point.
Yeah.
He's in McCruise mode.
He is definitely in McCruise mode. Yeah, it makes that comeback for a par at least. And Paul's lead down to 11. Rick still has 3 over Will, and Will still has 3 over Steve. On to hole 6, 779. This is a par 4. This is a big par 4, Maria.
Yeah, big par 4. You're throwing, again, over water. You've got that hazard of the windmill. There, if you hit it, you're going to kick back into the water. And then the OB right into the baseball field there.
If you happen to go over that fence.
It's a long 4. It's 780 feet.
Yeah, no doubt. Steve Brinster on the box. Throwing a hyzer flip.
He has almost like Nate Doss style sneaky power.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Like,
yeah.
shink,
You don't think he's throwing that hard, but then it just crushes. Will Schustrick. Also throwing a hyzer. I don't think that one flipped very much.
Hyzer's pretty good. You got a good look from the left towards the basket, so it's not too bad if you finish low.
And Will can throw a hyzer pretty far.
Yeah.
Ricky Wysocki throwing a hyzer flip to Annie, and that one's just coasting.
That's crushed.
Yeah.
Absolutely crushed.
Yeah. Big pull from Rick. Paul Macbeth throwing his flippy Star Destroyer, and it's true to form.
It's a little flippy.
Too flippy.
And that one went under the fence.
Under the fence.
Yeah, that's a tough break. So you're throwing from a drop zone if you go at me?
Throwing the drop zone. Paul just said, I'm mad, I'm going to cut down this tree.
There's Letitia Gunther. Will's special lady friend.
And also Steve Brinster laying down a pretty great roller.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Will Schustrick throwing a hyzer at the basket. And I think I lost it in the air, but you're going to see it finish left. Yeah, really nice second shot.
Great shot.
And Ricky Wysocki also throwing a hyzer at the basket. Finished a little left, but pin high at least. This is going to be Paul's, what, fourth throw?
Fourth throw.
Yeah.
Finished short right, I think.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Steve for a 3. Steve laying up for a 4.
Yeah, there's Obi behind the basket. There's no reason to
Yeah.
push it.
And Ricky for a birdie. Finished pin high left.
Oh, Rick.
Rick coming up short again. Kind of weird. And Paul for 5. So we have a wild spectator in the crowd.
Don't be that guy, folks.
Don't be that guy.
Two attempts.
2 attempts. And then Paul thinks, oh, he finally stopped. Nope. But makes the putt regardless.
Yeah, nails it.
Yeah. Paul's like, I wasn't even looking at the basket.
Maybe he was going for a Lazat trick shot.
Yeah, something. I don't even know. A nice birdie from Will.
You'll see me next to the guy moving around telling him, don't be that guy.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, brutal. Paul carding a bogey. At least he saved his bogey after that. His lead's down to 10. And we're on to hole 7, which is that 783-foot par 5. It's dogleg right where you see that tree, and you're going up, up, up the hill. This is a look up the hill from the dogleg. And if you're short of that fence, it's OB, Maria?
It's Obi in that fence.
Wow. And the basket's on the top of that bluff, which makes putting scary if you go
and
past
it's at the edge of it, too, so if you go past, you've got a long, hard death putt back.
Yeah, absolutely. Will Schustrick. He is really cutting the corner.
Wow. That's an aggressive line.
It really is. And he just barely squeaked over the fence. He was worried off the tee, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
everybody started clapping. He's like, all right, sweet. So there's the basket up the hill. Steve Brinster up next. Throwing in Annie. And Stu caught this one pretty well.
Great camera footage.
Yeah.
too.
I did not do very well in this one.
I had the storm clouds behind.
Out to
You had
highlight
the,
it.
You had the white overcast.
Yeah. And that's a nice drive in the middle of the fairway. And cut the corner. Ricky Wysocki up third. Booming it.
These guys just make this hole look so easy.
I love watching this big floaty Annie. Just such a cool shot from Rick. Just perfectly in the middle of the fairway. Yeah.
Amazing.
And Paul throwing his flippy star destroyer. And that is just absolutely bombed. Like, not even fair bombed.
Probably another 50, 75 feet past where Ricky's landed.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Steve Brinster's second shot. Oh, that's turning, guys.
Turned it hard.
Get some fade, buddy. That is
That's
OB.
over the fence.
Yeah. Will's second shot. Throwing a hyzer flip, but he's getting too much turn, guys.
It's tough to get good balance and good power. That hill is steeper than it looks.
Absolutely. Ricky Wysocki. Crushing it up the hill. Fading towards the basket. Comes up just a little bit short. He's not an equal putt,
that was
guys.
a good putt.
Yeah. And Paul.
It was Paul throwing, was that a mid-range?
Yeah. That's a champ rock 3 on his second shot on a par 5. Soak that in, kids. Uphill.
Uphill.
Steve's 4th shot laying up for his par. This is going to be a Will for Eagle.
Oh,
It's close, though, for
It's
a birdie.
close, yeah.
Yeah. And this is going to be Rick for Eagle. Dang. That was a huge putt.
that's a huge
Nice.
putt.
Yeah,
Crowd loves it.
definitely approve of that one. There's Bobby Brown.
DD sighting.
Yeah, super nice guy. And that is Brinster's comebacker to save his 5.
That was an absolute monster of a putt from where he was.
Yeah, a death putt,
Yeah.
too. And Paul for Eagle. Wow. Paul, I only get Eagles Macbeth during the final 9, apparently.
Eagles or bust.
Eagles or bust, indeed. That lead is still 10 after he and Ricky card Eagles. and we're at a hole 8, 400 feet. It's downhill, and then just to the right of the basket, it slopes off something fierce.
Yeah, so it's something to the right, and you're in trouble, and way down a steep hill.
Yeah.
Something left, and you got the same problem.
Yep.
It's a tough hole.
Yeah. Rick throwing the forehand. That's turning too much, guys.
Get out of the way.
Move. Oh. And that actually hit somebody. Paul. Also throwing the forehand. Not happy. But not the worst shot. It's going to be up top for the most part. Did I hit somebody too?
It hit a tiny tree.
Hit a tiny tree? Oh, that's good.
A sapling.
Gotcha. Will also opting for the forehand.
What?
It's a crazy skip. And he's absolutely parked. Britzer's throwing the backhand, which the landing area for a successful shot on the backhand is just so tiny. Too far left, you're going to skip long. Too far right, you're rolling down the hill. And that one was too far left. So that's Paul's second shot.
Running it.
Almost made it, yeah. And Ricky. Running that for 2. Little right. And Steve from pin high left for his birdie. Ooh.
Just high.
Yeah, going a little long. That's a comebacker for his par. Definitely within Steve's range, though. As we've seen. Oh! I jinxed the hell out of him on that one. Sorry, Steve.
Wow.
Too much
He's
bust.
been so solid on his putting.
Yeah. He's can 2 over 40. Now, Paul and Rick in their pars. Looked like Rick was thinking about falling forward right there. And Steve making a bogey. Yeah, and this is Will's drive, which I think was actually the best drive I saw all week.
That was a great drive.
Yeah.
That odd little moon bounce helped him a lot.
It sure did.
Puts Will at 6 straight birdies.
Was it really? Yeah. Wow.
5?
Something like that.
6. Yeah. This is the last hole.
Wow. So we skipped to hole 12 for the last hole, the final 9. This is 830 feet, par 4. This is the bottom of the hill looking towards the basket, and this is the basket looking back up the hill towards the tee. The dorm's on the left.
You got a lot of OB to the right.
Yeah, you do. And Will Schustrick throwing a hyzer flip, and he was like, he did not give him enough height, buddy.
To himself?
Yeah, that's what he said, yeah. And he was right.
Yeah.
Ricky Wysocki, he's throwing a hyzer flip. I think he wanted more turn on this one, or maybe just playing it safe.
I think he was expecting more. We usually get more headwind up the hill that turns stuff over pretty hard.
Gotcha. Paul correcting off Will's throw for a hyzer flip with his flippy Star Destroyer. And this is crushed, but it's a little high, fading out early.
Managed to hit the one strip of spectators.
Yeah. Hopefully it didn't hit anybody, though.
No, I think we're all safe.
And this is Steve Brinster with just an absolutely perfect line.
He crushed that.
That drive was like 200 feet farther than any other drive I saw.
That's amazing.
It was unbelievable.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Rick throwing the forehand on his second shot.
That pink felon he's been going to all week.
Yeah, it's been working for him.
Skip to the other side of the hill, but it stays in.
Gonna have an uphill putt for birdie. Will throwing a hyzer at it. Finishes a little left, but gonna have a putt. And Paul from the left-hand side of the fairway.
I think that shot was probably the least prep he took on any shot of the whole tournament.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, just get close. And Steve for eagle.
Oh!
Just put him in sick way to finish your tournament, right? Gotta love it. Will for his birdie. Nice putt from Will. Good way to finish.
So it was a long tourney for Will.
It was.
It was an uphill battle the last couple days.
It was a long tourney for us too, man.
Everyone involved.
Yeah, Ricky.
Great putt from Ricky.
Yeah.
He was way down there.
Hey, really, that was a lot longer than it looked. Steve for birdie. No worries there. And I missed Paul's layup. But this is him walking in to drop in for his 4th World Championship in a row. And there it is.
In a row.
Nick Beast.
In possibly the most convincing fashion.
Right?
To hope for.
Won by what? 10 strokes?
Yeah, but he pretty much felt like he won 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, no, it's totally true. Oh, sorry. There it is, 9 strokes. Unbelievable performance by Paul. He was, down 9? And then he was down 1. And then he was up like 8 or something like that. It just unbelievable work at Moraine and Deer Lakes.
Yeah. 51,
53. Just bananas. But
that's Worlds.
That's Worlds, guys.
Wraps up Worlds.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Maria.
Yeah.
Maria hosted Central Coast Disc Golf. Can't thank her enough. She's a superstar for that. And thank you, Michael Sung, for flying me out. Really appreciate that. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. We're going to edit the lead card, is this the semis, for Moraine next. So that'll be up. And thanks for watching, guys. And we'll catch you around.
Disc golf is in the air. Join the excitement at pdga.com.